Here are 12 makeup mistakes you might be making and how to avoid them. And while at it, may that pink ribbon remind you that it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We must continue to support those who are fighting, admire those who have survived, and honor those who have been taken. In the end, we must never lose hope. Mistake 1 is not staying organized, and this would mean rummaging through your makeup kit in search of products or tools that ordinarily should have been within reach. And you find yourself having this kind of result. So first things first, you want to clean the face thoroughly. So you cleanse, you tone right there, and then you moisturize. Basically, you're getting the face ready for makeup so that whatever you put on it is more likely to stay on nicely. People love this part. So you're just massaging the face nicely as you hydrate it by adding some moisturizer there. Yes. And when you're done, you go ahead with your next order. So I like to start with the brows. And in this case, I'm using the brow filler, and this is Zaron. This is from Zaron, the brow filler, and I love this because it just stays there. It stays there. If you hug all the hugging you want and you do all what you sweat, it's almost smudge proof, you know. Some pencils are able to achieve this, but for some of us, it just gets greasy, especially for people with oily skin. So as usual, you fill it in and then you come on to sculpt it to make it really, really clean. I think I'm just a stickler for really clean brows. Clean it and sculpt it. So I like to have like 2 shades, about something lighter on the lid. Then towards the beginning of the brow and towards the end, I like to use something close, a shade close to your skin tone, just so that, you know, it doesn't get too harsh in those areas. So you clean up underneath. Now, cleaning is one thing, and to get it even, to keep it flawless, you know, you want to make sure that when you're done sculpting, you blend. So the motion here is not rubbing, you are dabbing. Okay, so that's another mistake people make. They rub, and when you rub, you end up moving the product. Again, the importance of blending cannot be overemphasized, be it for the eyes, be it for eyeshadow application, foundation, to bring the look together. Generally, makeup artistry, you've got to blend, and you've got to blend properly. Okay, so right there. Now, if at this point the client opens her eyes, right, it's going to crease the concealer you put there or whatever product you put there, so long as it's liquid or cream. So if that happens, you make sure you blend it again before you set with loose powder. Loose powder is advisable. In this case, I'm using the translucent loose powder. So you just set to lock it in and keep it this way. At this point, if she opens her eyes, it's fine. All day long, she's fine. You are fine. Another common mistake is the situation where you have a different color above the brow area. If you've experienced this, it simply means you're using the wrong shade above. Use a color close to your skin tone. In fact, keep it safe and use your exact skin tone. What that means is that by the time you apply foundation, it will be the exact thing. All right, so don't use that color you used on your lid above. It will give you what I like to call Lekki Ajah Expressway. You know, so that sharp line, you don't want it. So you can sweep, you can blend in thoroughly. When you put your foundation, it all comes together as well. Okay, just make it clean. Excessive application of primer is a mistake. A pea-sized amount is fine to give you all the benefits that a primer offers. Okay? Okay, and now we're on to the eyes. So I'm just applying transition shade there, which is quite important because it helps the other eyeshadows that will be coming on to blend in smoothly, you know, to work well with each other. So whatever you put underneath it and above it will all look like a homogeneous association. Okay, I know that is not exactly what I'm looking for, but it will all come together and there'll be no harsh lines. So blend, blend, blend. blending is super important. And to achieve this, you have to have the correct brushes. Okay, so if you use a brush that is ordinarily meant to add on lid color on your main eyelid, then that might be a challenge. Blending is my cardio. So that's just to emphasize how important it is to blend. Okay, so keep blending. The result is worth it in the end. So when you take product, make sure you tap off the excess product. The excess will only make a mess of your entire work. It's not going to add anything. So you just tap off like this, very lightly, and then you blend. So I like to do both eyes simultaneously, just so that whatever I do on one eye, I'll not forget the step on the other eye. I won't forget that step on the other eye, just so that they are as much as possible twins and not just sisters. Yes, you hear that eyes are not twins, they are sisters. But if we can achieve a twinly configuration, then why not? How am I using all this grammar here? Okay, so so now I'm applying the lid color, and like I said, the wrong brushes would give the wrong result. Okay, so you want to pay attention to the brush. For the lid, it has to be a somewhat flat brush that can take on product and apply it evenly on the lid. Yes, and for blending, a fluffier head would do the job perfectly. Okay, and now just a little bit of oil block, especially if the person will be using the foundation or using the look all day. So if you really want that pretty flawless finish, invest time and energy in blending. It will be worth it. But no matter how pretty it gets, beautiful people, please and please do not sleep in makeup. Wash it off. Take it off. I know sometimes you can get really tired, but take it off. The benefits far outweigh in fact, there's nothing else. It's just dangerous. It's not good for you. So you're trapping dirt, you're trapping environmental pollutants, you risk collagen breakdown, you risk DNA mutation. My medical background is interfering. Yeah, but you risk even premature aging. Okay, so just wash it off. Just try. Not blending before setting the under eye concealer is another mistake. Creases will not only form, but any existing wrinkles will get accentuated. So keep your eyes up, blend, and without looking down, you set. That's what you do, and you can avoid any wrinkles or creases there. Okay? So welcome to the world of contour and reverse contour and all the works. Okay, so remember, whatever you highlight, you're drawing attention to, and whatever you shade, you are taking away attention from. So you, depending on what you want to achieve, you sculpt the nose, you sculpt underneath the cheeks, along the jawline, around the temple, forehead areas. So again, it depends on what you're trying to achieve. All right, and when you're done, in this case, I actually dusted off using the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish, which is fantastic. It is lightweight. You're not packing on extra powder. And now I am simply using a Q-tip to lift the eyelid, and I'm drawing the eyeliner, making it straight and sharp, crisp, and defining the eyes even better. Observe the powder puff I have in my pinky, my last finger. It's advisable, and this is another mistake, it's advisable that when you have the face fully made up, use a powder puff or just don't have direct contact. Strong. Again, it depends on what the client wants. Some people want highlighters that can blind any enemy, so you give them what they want. So with the MAC Prep and Prime finishing spray, we lock it all in, and that's it. That's the finished look. And on to Gele, aka African headgear or headdress or head tie or head wrap. Well, Ghillie. Now, I love tying Ghillie, but I don't believe I'll gladly say the same thing with any kind of Ghillie. Now, if it's a shoke, whether a regular shoke net, what have you. But you see Sego, this thing you see right here, you can even hear the sound, right? Listen, just imagine. This is Sego for you. As hard as A4 paper. But like I keep saying, you work it. And that's what makes you a professional. You work it. It doesn't get you worked up. You work the fabric. So if it's a shoke, for example, I mean, it's more malleable. You can do different things. You can change different shapes. You can achieve so much with it. Pleated, a million pleats, different styles, fan. But with Sego, well, at least for me, it has always been a struggle to some extent. But like I keep saying, in the end, we always win. You know, so again, because this is really tough and it's a new one. I mean, if it's an old Ghillie or one that has been used before, then yes, it's softer and you can work better with it. But when it is this tough, you would have to beat it into shape, which is exactly what I am doing here and what I achieved in the end. And it's not a very big Ghillie, so it came out small, even though that's exactly what the whole idea was. We wanted to get a small round Ghillie. And so yes, in the end, I was happy with the results, and my beautiful, gorgeous model right here was happy with the result, and it served the purpose. And yes, that's it for Sego. So you just adjust, finishing touches, which is as important as every other thing you've done, because no matter how well you do it and you don't give it that perfect finish, then something will still be lacking or missing, and we don't want that. So adjust and ta-da! Now guys, welcome to Wabia Place. Yes, welcome to Wabia Place, where you get your glam on. We've got 3 workstations, workstation 1 right here, workstation 2, and workstation 3. And of course we have our products gallery, comprising lip pens, lip pencils, jet black eyeliners, like really jet black. We have oil block, we have foundations, we have powders, everything really. And of course, we have everything you need to stay comfortable right here, and you are definitely sure you will get it from the best. Yes, the very best. And of course, notice that this is our nighttime Wabia Place. And finally, we take you to our CEO.